Hi guys, all right, so this is session 3 of our cause and effect lesson. So today we are going to read the article from Frozen Deserts. So I'm gonna read it so you guys can hear somebody else read it, and then I also want you guys to read it on your own so you can process the information in 2 different ways, okay? So I will start reading it from Frozen Deserts. In spite of our image of deserts, some are freezing cold and covered with ice and snow. Cold deserts exist all over the world. They are found in Asia, Africa, South America, China, and even the United States. The coldest place on Earth, Antarctica, is considered a desert. It gets very little snow or rain. When it snows, the snow never melts. Instead, it forms ice sheets that build up over time. This creates ice shelves and icebergs. It's too cold for plants. Only a few mosses and algae grow there, and people can't live there for long periods of time. Another frozen desert, the Gobi, reaches from Mongolia to China. It is still expanding. The Gobi Desert is called a rain shadow desert. A large mountain range, the Himalayas, block the wet weather from reaching the area. Heavy winds whip through the Gobi Plains. That may explain why there's no sand there. Instead, the landscape is mostly bare rock with little plant life. Temperatures are extreme. It isn't covered in ice like Antarctica is, but the Gobi can get as cold as 40 degrees below zero in the winter. And in the summer, it can get as hot as 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Brr, it's the desert, but I'm freezing. So that is the article. I want you to also read that on your own, okay? And we are going to, after you read the article, you have some questions that you're going to do, okay? The first question is, in Antarctica, why do ice sheets build up over time? So I want you to look back at the article that you just read if you don't remember, and I want you to find the evidence to support your answer. So why do ice sheets build up over time? I want you to look in there, and I want you to circle the correct one. And part B, what are 2 other effects of extreme cold in Antarctica? So how many answers are you gonna circle? 2, right? Because in big bold letters it says 2. So what are 2 other effects of extreme weather in Antarctica? Then you have your short response, okay, that you're gonna do. It is, why is the Gobi Desert a desert? Explain 2 cause and effect relationships. So we are going to write down some cause and effect relationships. Let me move this closer. All right, so it's kind of glared, but you might be able to see it. Here are cause and effect, and I have some relationships written down that I will share. I'll try to pick dark colors so you guys can see it better. All right, so one thing we read in the article was that in Antarctica, ice sheets build up over time. So I believe that is a cause. So I'm gonna write ice sheets build up over time. Okay, so ice sheets build up over time, and the effect that that has in the desert is that ice shelves and icebergs are formed. Okay, we read that in the article. So in Antarctica, ice sheets build up over time. That is the cause. What happens as a result of that is that ice shelves and icebergs are formed. That was for the first part of the reading. And then when we're talking about the Gobi Desert, one thing that I noticed was it says that the Himalayas block wet weather. So the Himalayas block wet weather. When we were reading this, we learned that the Himalayas is a very large mountain range that is in China, in Mongolia. Okay, as a result of the Himalayas blocking the wet weather, the Gobi Desert gets little rain. So you have your these are two cause and effect relationships that I found. So remember, we can also add in those key words that we are trying to use when it comes to cause and effect. So ice sheets build up over time. So there's a key word. Ice shelves and icebergs are formed. That is one cause and effect relationship that we read in this article. Another cause and effect relationship, we have Himalayas block wet weather. We could use our key word. This is why the Gobi Desert gets little rain. Okay, do you see the two cause and effect relationships that we have found in these articles? So now your job is to come up with a few more cause and effect relationships, because that is part of your short response answer. Okay, answer the questions and then go ahead and turn in your work. See you guys later.